My name is Wojciech Lesicki, or just Wojtek. I'm here from Poland, from Poznań, and I currently work in Standard Chartered Bank as lead threat assessment and countermeasure. So I focus on take some intelligence information and assess them, how we are affected as a bank, and also find if we can do something more with prevention or detection.
My name is Andrzej Agria. I'm from Warsaw, but I'm half Italian. And I also work at the Standard Chartered Bank. I work in the red team. So my main area of focus in that is physical breaches. And also, I'm really into AI and everything that has to do with it. So this is also what my talk with Wojciech was about.
Our talk was about attacking and defending LLMs in production. So we focus on different attacks, and I think Andrzej could give a couple of more details, because my focus was more about defending LLMs, giving a more perspective what we can do as defender, what kind of things we need to remember, what our advice to business should be, because currently this is still a rapid developing topic. So we need to, one part is that we need to identify threats and risk, but we also need to take this to the business and show them, help them making some decision.
Right. So as Wojciech said, we talked about attacking and defending LLMs. Given that I'm from the red team, Wojciech is kind of from the blue team. We sort of united those two perspectives and gave a breakdown on ways to attack LLMs in production, what that setup even might look like, what do LLMs in production look like. And I gave a few examples of attacks that could be made. We also made broader points, I think. What are the implications of the current state of security of LLMs for developers and anyone who'd like to use them? And we also presented some, I would say, cutting edge research into new ways of aligning LLMs.
I think there's a couple of things that we still can do. So one is, of course, decide what kind of data we want to introduce or give access for LLMs. So for example, if you have a very confidential information, very crucial for our business, perhaps now it's not the best moment to just give LLMs access to this data. Perhaps this is still rapidly changing environment or topics. Every weeks we have something new around both attack and defend. So we can perhaps wait how the whole situation will develop. Another element is still remember about good old habits or good security foundation approach, like access management, patching our server. And last thing is a very interesting paper that we also share on the presentation, how we can go inside of the model and try to remove harmful elements from it. Perhaps Andrzej want to say something more?
Yeah, sure. So the research that Wojciech is talking about was first called short circuiting, but they changed the name to circuit breaking. And basically, they identified features within the models that corresponded to harmful activity, and they were able to design a system which redirects the model from these features to a circuit breaking place where the model either stops responding or a developer would be able to influence its response in a predictable manner. So it would say, "I'm sorry, but this response was getting too nasty," to just say. And so this is, I think, the newest approach, the most shiny, and I'm really looking forward to people experimenting with that and applying that to their own infrastructures. But for now, we have old approaches of RLHF training, safety training for models, and then you can verify inputs and verify outputs, which we also talked about on our talk.
I think this definitely a kind of attack that is lots of focus on. There's lots of research around this because it's very easy to show what you put in the model, like what kind of input you put and output. So, for example, model just at the beginning refused giving some malicious information like how to create a bomb, and then after jailbreak we see this information. So I think this brings some focus from community. But the other hand, I think things like model stealing or stealing data sets that we use to train our model are potentially more impactful for the organization because creating a model from the scratch is a very costly process. So if we lost this effort, this what we put so many money or much money that could be very impactful for the company.
Prompt injection, and I think of it more like jailbreaking. The problem that jailbreaking introduces is that it lets the attacker control very strongly what the LLM will output. So whatever the LLM has been given access to, God forbid, like Python execution environment, stuff like that, an attacker using a jailbreak technique could get access to. So that's data, that's code execution, that's whatever else somebody thought to connect the LLM to. And so this is a current worry. Thinking about the future, right now the models aren't that capable in like producing a detailed guide to produce a bomb, biological weapon, or anything else that might be dangerous. But in the future that might change. And what is worrying is that currently the models have no scruples doing anything evil that you might imagine to ask them to do. And they do that to the best of their capability. As that capability will rise in the future, so too will the dangers associated with that.